should. There we go. Fantastic. Guys and girls, I hope you're all well. I appreciate every single one of you taking the time out on your evening, whether you're sat at home, currently watching EastEnders, Coronation Street, whatever it is. My name is Bradley Marchant. I've been involved in the trading markets now for the last 9 years. And yeah, today was a little bit of a sporadic one. I was meant to be back, but we extended the boat to watch the sunset. And I just kind of want to share with you what it is that we offer within inside the gold trading community, because, you know, for me, I've been involved in this game for a very long time. I've been able to make a lot of money, been able to become financially free, time freedom, all that type of stuff. And I've been doing this since 2017. And the thing that I really want to share with you is the track record that we've got. We have a success rate of over 85, 90% within inside the community, 5 to 7 trades a day. And we're actually partnered and sponsored by one of the best brokers in the world called Vantage, who actually sponsor Ferrari. They're at every single Formula One event. And for me, that is a huge, huge thing. This boat's rocky as anything, so my apologies if you see me kind of swaying. We're hitting a lot of waves at the moment, but yeah, they're sponsored by Ferrari, and that was one of the main reasons why I chose to stay with them as a broker. And what we actually do with inside the community is we don't have any monthly fee, no setup cost, and there's no experience required. Like the goal with this isn't to come in and to teach you guys how to become, you know, chart experts. I don't want you guys sitting, you know, on MetaTrader 5 all day. I don't want you sitting on TradingView with 76 monitors. Like, that's how I used to do it. You know, I was the guy sitting there, you know, 7, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, taking trades, sending signals, all that other good stuff. And realistically, drop a 1 in the chat if you're here to make money. You're here to grow, and you're here to have time freedom. You're not here to sit in a bedroom and analyzing graphs and everything yourselves. You can do that, but that's not what I wanted. And that was ultimately why we set up the community, the group that we do right now, because every single person can come into this with no background, no experience, no prior knowledge. And the biggest thing that I teach on is mindset, psychology. You as an individual. Me, 9 years ago, man, I was bad with money. 2 years ago, I was bad with money. But what I'm starting to do is understand how the rich get rich, how the wealthy become wealthier. They're not doing it by being the best in the game. They're finding people and becoming professional copycats. I was coached by Bob Proctor for 6 years before he passed away. And he used to teach you to become the best copycat that you can in your niche, in your industry. So no one's asking you to come into this and become a 7-figure chart trader, like sat in front of it, like any of you seen South Park when they're playing World of Warcraft. We don't want you doing that. We want you sitting there, time freedom, and being able to do it from anywhere in the world. I'm currently in Marbella, you know, on a yacht, watching the sunset, and I'm making money from my phone because the trader who loves doing what he's doing is sending the trades. I was able to place some trades. I've lost 3 pairs of sunglasses on this session, and I'm not having to stress myself. So that's ultimately what you're here to do, is to get you to a point where you can have time, freedom, luxury freedom, and earn a bit of money. It might not be to make 7 figures, 6 figures, 5 figures. You might want to make 56 quid and cover your phone bill. You might want to put some nappies on your kid's back, or bums, sorry, not on the back, that'd be weird. So we have the track record for months and months. I've been doing this 9 years. You can go back through my YouTube, you can go back through my content and see that this is what I've been doing. I'm not someone who's just kind of flashed in the pan and been like, hey, we can all come and make money. Like, we have a professional trader who's a multiple 7-figure earner in the space. We show our wins, but more importantly, we show you the losses. And why we do it for free, why the setup is free, why there's no monthly cost. The broker pays us on the back end, right? So if you look at the affiliate deals that are out there, there is so many places that you can go. You can get kickbacks on Amazon. You can get kickbacks on Shopify, Spotify. You can get kickback on Netflix for referring friends. You might get 50 pence. This is the same. You know, I've been an affiliate with them now for 9 years. So that's how we're able to do it for free. You know, they fly me to Saudi Arabia to meet with some amazing people over there, to go to Dubai, and you don't have to have experience. You can copy and paste, you know, spend some time every single day, 60 seconds per trade. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. And your funds, more importantly, guys, they stay 100% in your control. So you're not sending me no money. You're not sending anyone else any money. If you can hear that in the background, the lady is just bringing up the anchor, going back in now. But like, that is not designed for you to send me money. I'm not giving you my PayPal. I'm not giving you my Revolut. I'm not saying to you, hey, transfer me this money. It is 100% controlled by you. So when you get started and you turn around in a week's time, in a month's time, and you might say, hey, Bradley, this isn't for me. I don't like this, right? This isn't something that I'm really interested in. Guess what? You click on withdraw, your money's back in your account. You're not having to beg me for money. You're not having to beg the person who referred you in. And that is ultimately why we're in the position that we are now, is because we can do all of this for free. We've got 4,500 clients worldwide in multiple different countries that are able to make money from their smartphone. For those of you who've been following me on social media, I've just been doing a 1 to 10K challenge, and I smashed that in 11 days. I'm currently sat at 35K, and I'm telling you, I'm doing nothing different than what is in the community. And people are like, Bradley, well, how are you able to do that? And we're struggling to make money, we're losing money, we're doing this. It's purely for the fact that, like, you're in a position where you're attached to money. You're looking at the outcome. You're seeing, oh, how much have I made on this? How much can I do on this? How much can I do on this? If you remove your mindset and your ego around money, around you, around your thoughts, around what you're thinking, this game is easy to make money. And look, if you look at the kind of the copy and paste system, there we go, that's it now. We have a Telegram system where you can literally plug it on, turn the notifications on, and from 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, the trades get sent out. And you might be thinking, well, Bradley, when does the last one get sent? We sent the last one, I believe, half an hour ago. It's currently running in profits on a I don't know if it was a buy or a sell. I can't remember which one I put on now. But we're teaching you how to get in and out of the markets effectively. So you don't have to become the person who knows everything. We only trade gold, so you don't have to overcomplicate trading Euro, USD, GBP, JPY, yada, yada, yada. We show you when to get in, when to get out, the stop loss, the take profits, everything like that, so that you can literally come into this and master the game. We don't want you to come in and gamble and everything like that, although a lot of people do, which is the nature of the game. But eventually, you'll learn to trade, you'll learn to remove your emotion, you'll learn to use proper risk management, and you'll learn to think longer term. If I'd have come into this game 9 years ago and thought of like the quick wins, making money, ASAP, I'd have been out of the game quick. I'd have lost a hell of a lot of money. I'm quite fortunate that I sit here, very, very profitable, and I've been able to, forge a fantastic life for myself out here in Marbella. I moved here 2 years ago, and that is the beauty of this game, is that, you can come into this and literally duplicate everything that is right in front of your eyes. And all I'm teaching you guys is how to become a master copycat. I want you to write that in the chat. I will be a master copycat or something like that, because too many of you come into this and you want to play main character mode. You want to become, the I don't know if you guys have seen the meme going around now of the Ibiza final boss. A lot of you want to become the Ibiza final boss. You want to be the main character, the main guy. And that isn't me. I want to be the guy who is good at identifying opportunities. I want to be the guy who can make a fantastic amount of money, literally from anywhere in the world. And that is the key. And I implore every single one of you who are looking at this for the first time, thinking, can I do it? Is it for me? What if it doesn't work? To literally just give it a go. The worst case scenario, you get started and you lose a little bit of money. The worst case scenario, you come in and you lose 500 quid, you lose $1,000, you lose a little bit more money. But what will happen real quick is you will find out your kind of dark demon on the shoulder, if you will. And you'll find that out real quick when it comes to trading, because that comes out. And it's okay to identify that. It's okay to see, right, okay, well, that's me. I'm that guy who wants to over leverage. I want to gamble. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the beauty of this is you can come into this and follow every single trade almost on autopilot. We don't have an auto copier, but the quicker you remove your emotions, your mindset, your ego out of the game. I'm just scrolling in a Telegram group now to try and find last week's results, because I think we sent 94, in fact, I already know them. We sent 94 trades, and I think we had like 11 stop losses, which was like a 90% win rate. Something absolutely mind-blowing. So when you come into this, you can follow the process. 98 trades, 90 profitable trades. I've been in the game a long time. There's so much bullshit out there. There's so much noise. there's so many people wanting to charge you obscene amounts of money for something that we're giving away for free. And some people won't allow themselves to take that opportunity because it's free. So, like for me, if I could come into this game 9 years ago and I could follow the likes of myself, I could follow the likes of Matthew, who's the trader, who's absolutely crushing it, I would be so much further ahead in the trading game than I am right now. But at the beginning, I was taught to jump on 5 live sessions a day, do 10 hours to 15 hours to 20 hours to 40 hours a week of chart work. That if you weren't doing this, if you weren't doing that, if you weren't doing the other, then you wouldn't be making money. And little did I know that that's all bullshit. You know, I've got to a point with this now where we're seeing clients come in left, right, and center, making money day in, day out, week in, week out. Are there people losing? Yes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every single client that we have is 100% win rate and they're not making money and they're winning every single time, because they're not. It's part of trading. But it's nothing to do, in my opinion, with the trades. I know when I lose, it's because I gamble, I over leverage, I layer too many times, and I want to have that home run. I want to be the person who sits there and turns 50 quid into 500 grand. I know a lot of you have had that, where you come into this and you want to make some amazing money. You put too many trades on and they win. The next trade, you do it again and they win. I want you guys to let me know if this is you. You do it again and you win and you think, wow, I've taken £500 to 3 grand. And you do it again and you lose everything. Whereas for me, I want the steady Eddie mindset. Slow and consistent, slow and consistent, slow and consistent. And I want to be sat here in a year's time saying, wow, I've progressed. 2 years I've progressed. 3 years I've progressed. 5 years I've progressed. I'm 9 years in now. I'm coming on to a decade. And now I can honestly sit here and be like, right, today, while I've been on a boat, I've made another 1,500 quid. I've covered the fuel of the yacht. And that for me is what I implore all of you guys to do, is to come into this and focus on not necessarily the money, but you looking at you getting better every single day. Just that little bit. That's what we teach. We do mindset calls. We do overviews on a weekend. Trades go live every single day. So you can come into this and be like, wow, I can do this as well. So if anyone has any questions while we're on here, while we're live, please feel free to type into the chat. If you don't feel comfortable, send them into the chat. You can send them privately. But the beautiful thing with this, guys, is we're such an open community. I'm on every single social media platform, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, showing my face, showing you where I live. There's a lot of people who walk around doing signals like this. They try and hide who they are. It's not me. I want to show people my face, who I am. I'm authentic. And when you get into this, you'll slowly start to see everything like that. The terminology is all taught for you in the first video that we send. We have an onboarding process. So from every single trade, we go in, we get out, stop loss, entry point, take profit, everything. So when you come in, the questions that you have around terminology, there's a 32-minute video that I would recommend every single one of you to watch. Most of you won't watch it. You'll have the same questions when I do another call next week, right? Using 0.1s, 0.2 lot sizes. But I mean, I layer when it shows the layer. So if it shows to enter at 55, 56, 57, I enter at 55, 56, 57. Do you have to be available at all? No, you don't have to be available all hours of the day, whenever suits you. Obviously, the more you take, the better it is for you, because the statistical chance of you not hitting a loss is higher. But then, you know, it's all about you in this. And we built this so that someone who is working a full-time job, who's looking after kids, who has other commitments, not someone who's just doing like laying out on a fucking yacht all day. Like I don't take all the trades. I'm busy. I've got multiple businesses that I run. So with this, don't worry about what you can do. Come in and do what you can when you can come in, right? Everything is there. If you follow the right steps, there's a step-by-step process. Everything is on there. So when it comes to the getting started process, the minimum that we recommend is at least 300 minimum. For me and my direct clients on here, I'm saying at least £1,000. The reason for that is I want you to have a little bit more skin in the game, a little bit more commitment, right? So when you come into this, don't think, oh, what's the minimum? How much can I lose? Come into this and think, right, if I treat this like a business, like a job, and I show up and I do my best and I follow the steps. Because if you go into work tomorrow and you start just making up your own shit, when the boss tells you to do X, Y, Z, and you start doing, I'm not going to do that today. How long is it until that boss goes, P45 time, adios, real quick, right? So in this game, treat it like a job, treat it like a hobby. Don't treat it like a hobby, sorry. This is 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. On weekends, we have a little bit of chill time. We might send the occasional Bitcoin trade every now and again, right? But everything is there from a step-by-step process, the A to Z of how to make money in the financial markets. And I'm saying to you guys, you can literally do this from anywhere in the world. So what is there to lose? A couple of £100. Some people spend that on a night out, they'll spend it on a meal, they'll spend it on whatever it is that their hobbies are. And I want you guys to start thinking like the future version of you. Would the future version of you have 60 costas a week when you can't afford X, Y, Z? No. So let's this, and I'm talking about what I did. At the beginning, I took the money that I couldn't afford to lose, and instead of spending it on Costa, Starbucks, shit things out, right? I then put that into trades. So yeah, I might have only added 35, 40 quid a week. 35, 40 quid a week, 35, 40 quid a week. But eventually that built up. So now I'm in a position where them trades are a little bit tastier. The profits that we're making is a little bit tastier. And for anyone looking to get started, I would just recommend that you reach back out to the person who sent you this video, sent you the link, sent you onto this call, because ultimately they're thinking of you. You know, I'm very grateful for someone who showed me this industry 9 years ago. It's completely changed my life. You know, for those of you who follow me on social media, you'll have seen the lifestyle change. You'll have seen the things that it's been able to impact, the things that I've been able to do. You know, I'm retiring my mum this year, retiring my dad this year, paid my mum's mortgage, stuff that I've had on my dream board for the longest of time. So if you're sitting here wondering, can it work for you? There's only one way to find out. Give it a go. Remove yourself, remove your ego, remove everything else. Yeah, the car's nice as well. But yeah, that comes with time, you know. Your goal might not be materialistic stuff. Mine certainly isn't. You know, mine's to do the care home, the dog sanctuary, was to retire my mum, retire my dad, pay their mortgages, which was now done. So there's a few other little goals to do. But, you know, I appreciate every single one of you taking the time out to jump on this call. I know the hair's a little bit of a mess, so we'll have to maybe AI this because this bit's been in the water too much, a bit too much salt there. But yeah, I appreciate you all tuning in. If you're not already in the Facebook community, jump in there. And yeah, I'll see you all on the next call. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.